Hey guys, welcome back. Brendan here, and today we're going to take a look at Super Mario World. Definitely a game I am sure everybody is familiar with, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. This is just the first part. I will play through the whole game, um, but there's only so much you can truncate it, so let's get started with the extremely long text box. That always kills me. I don't know why, it just kills me every time. So we're gonna go left and just go on for the switch. Um, yeah, nothing too special. It's the very first stage a lot of people played, so it's pretty cut and dry, just getting used to the game. Little dragon guys that you mysteriously don't see a lot of otherwise, so kind of a cool little villain, little monster guy. You don't see a lot of them though, but that's okay. So just get the one up and head on towards the finish line. It's mostly just a good time to pick up power-ups, really. Um, you can end with something in your inventory, end with firepower, that kind of the whole shebang. And the football guy that wants to block you. I'm like, you can see him. I'm messing with him, trying to get up to the top, but I never get the bar at the top all the way. I don't know. Just don't have the timing. So we moved on, got the switch, and all those blocks will be filled in. Yada yada. I mean, especially the early stages, you guys all know the drill. Yeah, they want you to throw the shell up there, knock everything off, and make it look real cool. And I was lazy. But we've now get Yoshi. Everybody loves Yoshi. He just eats and vomits whatever you got. Sort of a weird I can't say weird concept, like everything from Mario is a weird concept. So, we're on the first castle stage. This is the first time you're introduced to the great climbing kind of thing. Kind of like that. Here's the PAL switch, which I don't know why it's there. I mean, I know what it does. It turns all the blocks into coins and vice versa, but there's probably significance there that I don't get. It's kind of cool. You can tap the guys on the other side of the grate, but I mean, the holes aren't big enough for your hands, so I never really understood how that worked. That's okay. Let's go take on the first boss. This guy's a little turd. Everybody else you just hit 3 times. This guy you have to actually hit in the lava. You see, I almost die on it. He recovers pretty quickly. It's just kind of like playing a little King of the Hill. That guy's a real jerk. But that's alright, we get it. We blow up the castle. Blah blah blah. I don't mean to sound uninterested in my own game, it's just, I'm very interested, I just don't want to bore people with stuff they already see. This is the first time you get the cape, and those little things make you run up the pipe, and you see me dicking around because I'm trying to keep Yoshi, but you can't. Yeah. Should know that, but I'm still trying in vain with, like, the weird hope that can happen. So we get the cape, and now we can fly, and I'm terrible at flying on this game. Just awful. I haven't played this game in a while either, so I'm like trying to remember how to use the cape. If you hold back, actually, when he's coming down, you'll float back upwards. So that's something that's good to remember, but otherwise you just kind of go up and down and up and down. You can't hit those flowers, that's nice. Went through all that messing around to keep Yoshi, and I just wanted to highlight you get him right away. But that's okay. We got our first cave level. Kinda cool. This is actually the first death that I had in the game, so just me being stupid. figured I would leave it in for poops and ha-has. The bats here are just, the angle they come is just really annoying. Yeah, because you have to be like, you have to keep moving, but I couldn't see ahead. So, it doesn't let, I was like, surely it won't. No, it does. I was like, surely it's gonna go up fast enough to let you through, but it doesn't. I did actually find the key. So I'm not good at finding secrets in games, so the fact that I was able to find the bonus area here is just a miracle in of itself. And we get the green switch. The first ghost house, I figured I'd show. I figured I'd show this one because this is just kind of evil and tricky if you don't know what you're doing. I'm finding a lot of this game is, because I never played through this really as a kid. I got my Super Nintendo late, and you see you just keep going around in circles. But you find a lot of this game actually is fairly cryptic to those uninitiated, you know. A lot of people that, like, I grew up with this, but like I said many times, I was more of a Sega guy. So you get the PAL switch here, and I'm like, well, I'll take it with me. But then you lose it, and then you get a vine. So you kind of go around in circles. If you don't know to hit that block every time, you'll be stuck. But like I said, I was more of a Sonic guy, so like, I got my Super Nintendo late, and I never really bothered to pick this one up. So I'm finding a lot of it's cryptic. The bonus stage is kind of cool. I like that. Later on in one of the stages, you have to find the secret key or else you're stuck. But it doesn't like really tell you anything. So, I was unlucky on the bonus stage and just got one of the 1-ups. Yeah, it seems like common knowledge. Like everybody's like, well, yeah, if you just go up here, go down here, you get the key. But this is just one of the more common games that I just missed. We go to another bonus stage, and I actually hadn't seen this one before. I know, right? I call myself a gamer, I guess, but no, I didn't run into it, or if I did, I didn't remember it. I mean, probably at some point when I was like 9, I ran into it over at a friend's house, but it's kind of cool. So we're now at the next castle. And we take the Macy's escalator up. Yeah, I never knew as a kid you could spin on those either. The few times I did play it, I mean, I guess it didn't make sense, I just never thought about it. The spin thing, I think when you play casually, the spin thing is kind of... you don't realize how useful it can be. But we just do a little climb. Nothing eventful, you know, typical moving platforms. And we get to a boss which is much easier, in my opinion, much easier than the first one. Three hits actually kills him instead of having to, like, knock him into the lava or something while they recover. And we move on to the next world. This is all cave themed, so I don't know if I like it or don't, honestly. I like the backgrounds. I always did like the cave background, like the shiny kind of glittery stuff. But if I was Mario, I'd be picking up the diamonds in the back and not worried about the stupid coins. Yep, and I shelled myself. But once you have the cape, you don't have to use the shell anymore. You can just, yeah. Makes life easier on that. Anyway, this is just the next stage too, another cave theme, but the football guy chases you. You know, as a kid that played a lot of video games, I had enough trouble with football players, I didn't need this too. That was a forced joke, but what can you say? Now it's like video games are popular, like all across the board. I mean, every walk of life. But when this first came, when you were a kid, man, the nerd kind of stereotype really did stick. I hate that guy splitting into three. I actually can't believe I didn't die on him. That guy kills me constantly. This is the next ghost house. I just wanted to highlight this because this is another, in my opinion, another cryptic kind of thing. For some reason, these green spotlight ooze things you have to avoid. But that's not the point. There will be a POW up here. So you have to go past the door. If you go through that first door, you're going to go back around in circles. You have to get the coins and hit the POW. So if you hit the POW without getting the coins, the blocks come up and you have to redo it. Or you have to take the first door and it loops you back around. If you don't even see the POW, I mean, when I first played that, or if you don't see the POW, you're screwed. And when I first played that, I just took forever to figure out. Because I really don't like using, you know, internet like GameFAQs or anything like that to, and I got through it. I figured it out eventually, but it's another kind of, in my opinion, cryptic moment. I'm just showing the first time you ride the skull thing, and then I hit myself with a shell trying to go down the pipes like an idiot. The little auto-scroller stage. The placement of this is annoying because the next castle, at least for me, man, the next castle I always thought was really hard, or I still think is really hard. And so, like, when you die, you have to redo that auto-scroller stage, and it gets old. You know, games where you die a lot, you get those parts down pat, right? But you can't go any faster because it's an auto-scroller. So. I'm holding on to the shell like I'm gonna do something with it. I should have kicked it up there, but I'm trying to get rid of the sorcerer. I didn't get it. That's okay. And he just has awesome timing when it comes to shooting up. So you get a little P-switch, and then that's the only way to get a checkpoint on this castle. Kind of obnoxious, but that's okay. This other part through here isn't too hard. Pretty sure I just cut it out because it's pretty uneventful, just waiting for platforms. Yeah, we just go into the boss, and he pops up and down. He's got a little dummy. There's like two dummies and a real one. He definitely can be irritating just from that stupid fireball bouncing up and down. And he goes down quick, as you can see. I barely hesitated. Then we move on to the next world. We're kind of like a little sky bridge theme kind of dealio. I'm seeing if I can fly over, then I realize nope, and just go for it. Interesting thing, these things are actually little saw blades that are going up and down. I don't know why. I mean, bear with me here. The animation on that looks like a little tornado coming up the top. It's just me. I don't know, it looks like a little twister kind of deal. I mean, this is that far-fetched for Mario, a game where you do shrooms to get big. Whatever. The shroom jokes in Mario are overplayed anyway. I hate this stage with the groundhogs. Just because these little stompy dudes. Yeah, you can't jump on them. So you have to go under them, but the little fire thing lasts forever. It's just a pain. And there's actually a pretty narrow window to get in there. I'm like checking in vain for something that I know there's nothing there. But let's go on to the next castle here. Like I said, we're just doing a quick run through. I mean, who hasn't seen or played this game, other than apparently me? I mean, I've seen a lot of it, and I did play it at a friend's house. I'm not completely adverse to this game, but usually I was playing with somebody that knew the game. If you don't know the game, it definitely has that cryptic kind of stuff to it. I mean, it's acceptable because it's fun, but I kind of feel like secrets should be extra and not required. This game requires it. We're just doing another climb up to the top, so... This battle's interesting. Yeah, get hit there. I find this battle interesting because I can't get the camera to scroll over to hit him. I mean, it's not normally that interesting, but like I can't. The camera won't scroll. Yeah, see, you can scroll it that way, but look, he does it again. I can't get over there. So I finally figured out, let's just go left. No, not that time. I think I was too busy Shirley saying, like, saying surely he can't be unhittable, but, like, he kind of is. Other than that, just the usual 3 hits and you're good. But we got him. That's all I'm going to do right now for part 1. We'll do other parts on this and go through the game. I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of a commonly seen classic, and try to give you some more. So peace out.